we are again with 3 questions, 3 answers at Social Media Week. First question for you, what's the most amazing thing that you've seen happen with social media over the last couple of years?
I think the most amazing thing, at least I've seen, is just the volume of participation that we see. Certainly, we're lucky at Dell because Dell is the #2 commerce site in the world, second only to a little bookstore out of Seattle, Washington. But what we've seen is a lot of excitement and enthusiasm for people talking about our products. Every day, 27,000 people talk about Dell online. And that means we have a responsibility, in some cases an obligation, to try to communicate with those people. But who would have thought just a couple years ago that you'd have this volume of conversations about one particular brand or company? It really kind of sets the stage for what are we going to do with these conversations, how are we going to respond, and as we start getting towards social search and social commerce, how do we leverage these great conversations, and in some cases issues that we need to resolve.
Question number 2 is, if you could only give one tip to a marketer that's considering using social media in their work, what tip would that be?
I think it'd be a tip when we were talking a little bit on the roundtable that we just had, and that's go out and participate. Social media is a tool and is a medium that you certainly need to know about public relations and know about marketing if you're going to use effectively. But you need to go out there and actually use it. You need to be on Facebook. You need to be on Twitter. You need to try this. And whether you're in a large company where you have a team of people who are doing social media, or a very small company, find out who is owning social media in your organization and participate. At Dell, we're really trying to get social media embedded across the fabric of our company. So it's not, it's not just marketing and communications folks, but how do we get our HR people? How do we get our product R&D people? How do we get our sales people to participate on behalf of the company? And that happens through certification and training, but also happens because there's passion and enthusiasm for the topic.
And finally, where do you like to play in terms of all the social media communities that are out there? What do you personally enjoy?
Right now, obviously, I spend a lot of time, probably most on Facebook, spending a lot more time on Google+. I think Google+ is still a strong force to be reckoned with. Google's really got to figure this out. They've had a couple of fits and starts in the social media space, but I know Google's smart enough to put the investment into Google+ and make it valuable. And I think the way they make it valuable is understanding how they're different than Twitter and how they're different than LinkedIn and Facebook.
And that's a wrap for 3 questions, 3 answers at Social Media Week Chicago.